So if these were legal strategies in the IRS tax code, strategies that have existed since 1954, that could potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars per year, why hasn't your CPA told you about them? Is your CPA bad at their job? Are they hiding something from you? Is there some conspiracy in the accounting world? I'm here to tell you that the answer is no, none of the above. The real answer is something most business owners never consider. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your tax strategy the same way again. I'm Joey, co-founder of Preserve Wealth Group. I spent the last 5 years working alongside the top 0.1% of financial professionals in the United States, advisors who implemented advanced strategies for 7, 8, and 9-figure business owners. And the first thing they taught me was the gap. Let me explain. So here's what most business owners don't realize about how financial services actually work. Your CPA went to school for accounting. They passed the CPA exam. They're licensed to prepare taxes, file returns, and give tax advice within their scope of expertise. And most CPAs are very good at what they do. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of the most powerful wealth building strategies in the tax code, strategies written into sections like IRC 162, IRC 412, and IRC 7702, sit at the intersection of tax law and insurance design. Your CPA doesn't have an insurance license. They're not trained in how life insurance policy design affects tax treatment. They can't legally structure insurance-based strategies. That's a completely different license, different training, different expertise. Think about it like medicine. Your general practitioner is great at keeping you healthy day to day. Checkups, prescriptions, general health advice, they're excellent at that. But if you need heart surgery, they're not going to do it themselves, right? And you wouldn't want to either. Not because they're a bad doctor, but because heart surgery requires different training, different tools, and a different license. The same structural gap exists in financial services. So your CPA knows taxes, but they can't implement insurance-based tax strategies. Your insurance agent knows insurance, but they may not understand the advanced tax planning use of it. And you, the business owner, end up in the no man's land where the strategies that could help you the most remain completely invisible. Now, I'm not making this up, okay? These strategies are written directly into the Internal Revenue Code. So the IRC Section 162, for example, has been in the tax code since 1954. That's over 70 years. This is the section that allows businesses to deduct ordinary and necessary business expenses, including executive compensation arrangements. Then we've got IRC Section 412 that has been in the tax code since 1974. This governs defined benefit pension plans that can allow contribution limits far beyond what a 401k allows. Then there's IRC Section 7702, which defines the tax treatment of life insurance contracts, including tax-free growth. Then there's IRC Section 101, which governs tax-free death benefits. So these aren't loopholes. They're not aggressive tax shelters either. They're fundamental parts of the tax code that Fortune 500 companies have used for their executives for decades. So the question isn't whether these strategies are legitimate. They are in the tax code. So the question is, why don't more business owners know about them? And now at least you know the answer. It's not a conspiracy. It's a licensing gap. So, what do you do with this information? First, don't fire your CPA. Seriously, your CPA is still essential for tax compliance, filing returns, and day-to-day tax advice. What I'm describing doesn't replace your CPA. It supplements them. Second, understanding that there's a category of strategies that exists outside of what your CPA can implement. Not because they're bad at their job, but because those strategies require different licensing. And third, if you're a business owner paying substantial taxes, you need to find professionals who operate in this gap. Advisors who have both deep understanding of the tax strategy and insurance licensing and expertise. So these professionals can bridge the gap and implement strategies your CPA legally cannot. The best implementations happen when everyone works together. Your CPA, your tax strategist, and your insurance professional, all coordinating. Now, I've just given you the 30,000 foot view of why this gap exists, but if you want to understand the actual strategies, the specific tax code mechanics, who qualifies and how to implement them properly, I created a complete breakdown video for you. It's called the Complete Tax-Free Wealth Playbook for US business owners. It's about an hour long and I go deep into everything. Link is in the description below, or you can find it on the channel. So this video will show you exactly what sits inside this gap and whether it applies or not to your situation. So if you found this valuable, the only thing I'm asking you, please hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be creating a lot more content like this for US and Canadian business owners who want the real strategies, not the watered down version of it. Okay? See you guys in the next one.